One, two, three, live, live, live. Hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. It's my really pleasure to see you online, and it's after a long time. So tell me about you. What you are doing now? Now, where are you? You are in home or you are in outside or in office?
No, I'm at home. Yeah, I'm at home, and it's a Friday night, almost 7. Yeah, so almost weekend. I'm at home, like having a relaxed time.
Okay. How is the weather now in Holland? You live in Holland, right?
So yeah. I live in Holland. I live in the Hague city.
Ah,
The Yeah, in the Hague. It's called actually Den Haag, but yeah, it's also called the Hague.
okay. So at first I tell you thank you very much
You most welcome. Yeah.
and to accept my invite. And I'd like to know, and our follower likes to know
Mhm.
um, when you came in Holland and how long you were there.
Actually, permanently, I started to living here since 2018, beginning of 2018, and and before that, I was always like in like a big holiday, let's say Christmas, during Christmas or New Year's Eve, I was almost every year here since 2014. So.
Hmm?
Um, Since 2014, I was coming in Holland in a like regular basis, like every year during New Year's Eve or like a Christmas. But nowadays, since 2018, beginning of 2018, I'm just living here permanently.
Okay,
Hmm.
that's great. So, how do you feel? Actually, you're born in Bangladesh and you are living from long time in Holland. So, what do you feel difference between two countries? I know it's a European country, European culture, and you're born and you grew up, you studied, you work in Bangladesh. And after few talk, few discuss, I had lots of news about you, about your past life. Then I will talk with our followers. So, I'd like to know how you're feeling to live in Holland.
Well, definitely it's not my motherland, so it's a bit difficult to cope up with, and as I am new here, and yeah, most barrier is the language. Though everybody speaking English, everybody are very much they have no issue to speak in English if you would like to. But still, many things written on Dutch, and the many lots of TV programs in it Dutch. So it's a bit difficult for me to follow all how is what is going on around me. But when I just arrived, I can remember like I felt totally blind, yeah, so much isolated, blind, and it's too tough for me to leave all my family behind in Bangladesh, or all my friends, my job, my whole life was in Bangladesh. So yeah, it was really difficult. It was really difficult, and but nowadays it's getting better. Now I am starting to enjoying it. So this is really nice thing, and I'm also laughing about myself. Like, wow, yeah, it's just really happening that I'm enjoying it. But I thought maybe I have to go back to Bangladesh, because as I couldn't make friends, I couldn't really get the get in the flow, like you can
Yes, yes.
say. Yeah, yeah.
So what did you study in Bangladesh? And you told me you was a good job in Bangladesh. So if you tell me your past life, we would like to know.
I studied Bachelor of Business Administration and Masters of Business Administration. My
Fantastic.
university, yeah, my university name was Yoda. That is like a soda coda Yoda. Many people I think might know that. So that was my study life, and afterward I joined as an advocacy and research assistant in VSO. It's like a
Mhm.
one international NGO. So the full form is Volunteer Services Overseas. So I joined there, and yeah, I was enjoying it because I am kind of like a person who has passion for development. So as it is really necessary in my country to develop so many things, especially the women empowerment. So I was enjoying this work because there I was working with the women community mobilization. So the community mobilization is included that women empowerment as well. So that was my
Okay.
first. Yeah, and afterward I little bit switched my career into like a corporate sector because I thought, well, I have maybe seen enough, or I now maybe it's time to switch in the corporate world, as I have a like a business background. So I moved to the corporate sector, though I didn't like it so much because that was really kind of very tough for me, as I am like I would like to be close with the people, and that was not an option, really not an option for in the corporate sector. So I decided to move on again to the development world, though it was not really working so fast. Then I joined like a Coda. You have maybe heard like a Coda, the
Yes, yes,
college.
I heard about code. I know it's very famous.
Yeah, I joined in Coda in 2013, and I was like I was working as a lecturer for 6 days in Coda, and then I just decided no, also teaching profession is not for me. So
Okay.
I was
You you
just
change immediately.
yeah. Then I start applying, and then I got a job, and good job in a project called from the European Union Commission. So is a project is about land rights, and it was with I was working for Uttaron, that's one NGO
Okay.
based in, yeah.
Okay. So you have lots of beautiful career and you have lots of um, experience with few European companies. So when you was stayed in Bangladesh, already you worked with European people, European companies. So maybe it was they influence you to transfer in Europe, and maybe it was so easy because if you work with Bangladeshi companies or Bangladeshi people, maybe keep a difference between two culture and also difference with mentality with European people. So I think it was very helpful for you because already when you worked with European companies, some European community, you just told me with some organization or your, especially your job was humanity or some rural or something like that. So that was maybe a big opportunity for you to know also European culture. Maybe that from that situation you got some inspiration to come to live in Holland, I think.
No, that the inspiration to come to the Europe. No, actually, yeah. Then I have to enter my personal life. Actually,
Okay.
well, I had a dream, of course. I had like I was also in UK in 2008. I got an
Mhm.
it's like a global exchange program. Was uh, organized by British Council and VSO as well. So that kind of like is kind of a scholarship for students. So I got
Mhm.
that scholarship for to join an exchange program in UK. So when I was in UK, it was already inspiring enough for me to come back again as a student, as a student and studied in abroad. So yeah, that was a kind of dream for me that yeah, I will maybe probably after my masters, I will go for another masters or something in the West like this. But when I was working in a VSO, then I there was like a volunteering, lots of volunteer were coming, international volunteer were coming from different country in the world.
Countries.
So in there I have met one boy. he was from Holland,
Oh, that is
and
interesting. Our
it,
discussion are going to more interesting. Carry on.
okay. No, so that I met one boy who was from Holland, and but yeah, when you are working in an organization, so you always feels like everybody is your colleague, right? I haven't also seen him in something else, but yeah, at a glance, I would say that he was like a good looking. Okay, wow, nice batch of volunteer now arrived. So that was my first expression to see one boy. And when I left BSO, and then I have met that boy again during my like a one cousin's wedding. Like a yeah, but in that time I was not working in VSO. So afterward, I am talking about. So I met him again. Because I thought that when I left VHO, I thought maybe I will not see him again. Even I was not interested, so it was not in my mind. But when I have seen again, like in my cousin's wedding, like nice. Maybe we can just now introduce at least ourselves, and then we introduce, and then yeah, it's just turned into be like a slowly kind of yeah, more and more, and then I got married him.
Oh,
Uh,
wonderful. That's
started living.
wonderful.
Yeah, and yeah, the tragedy part was like after Holy Artisan, we just moved on actually. Otherwise, we really didn't have any plan to move on. We just wanted to stay in Bangladesh.
So I can tell you, you change your choice for love for your husband. So you born in Bangladesh, but you love your heart in Holland, right? That
Definitely, yeah.
that's fantastic. But that's fantastic. So what does your husband in? I heard he speaks beautiful Bangladeshi language, Bengali language. I heard it's true.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah,
How do you?
he performed couple of Ittadis episode. You know, like there is an episode with foreigners, like a very much dramatic. So he performed since 2015 till last year. He was performing in every episode of Ittadi. So
Ah, really? No,
uh,
Ittadi I miss. Hanif Shanket I miss lots. But when I was also I left Bangladesh from since 2000 to 20 years I live in Italy. So Hanif Shanket still sometimes I watch his Ittadi on YouTube. And
mhm.
okay, that is a good. So when you talk with your husband, he speak Bengali. So how do you feel? Talk with a Bangladeshi in Bengali language, and when a European, maybe some different smell or different type of pronunciation. So what is the feeling when he start to speak Bengali with you when he was in Bangladesh?
Like I mean, do I still usually or what did I feel in Bangladesh? What your
No, no,
question? Sorry.
normally when your husband speak Bengali, so how do you
Yeah.
feel?
Yeah, it's really nice. Even actually we don't I don't feel so much now at all because it's feels like a normal like a yeah he is as he is, and I don't really feel the difference, and even I cannot really differentiate when he is talking with me Bangla, English, or sometimes we are talking in Dutch. So yeah, in the beginning it was definitely special. Like wow, he can speak everything, and I cannot discuss anything in front of him if I would like to with my like a friends or something.
Right.
So yeah, definitely it's just like amazing. Yeah,
I
it's
heard
amazing.
also he not only Bengali, he can speak lots of language. So we'd like to know how many language can speak your husband. One of my friend Animesh, he lives also in Italy. He told lots of beautiful things about your husband. He told me no, he can. So how many language he can speak?
Well, yeah, yeah. Sorry to say that I really don't know, but a lot because he has a kind of like a language talent, Zekmar. I mean, you can say like he is really good at learning something. So definitely German, Bangla, Dutch, definitely English. Something also like a Hindi he knows. Nepali he knows. So yeah, and other he knows French. Spanish, I think. Few also like in the beginning, he's a beginner of Spanish. So yeah, many languages he knows. Yeah,
If he speaks Spanish, maybe also he can speak little bit Italian because Italian and Spanish is little bit same.
yeah, can be. Yeah, I have no clue. I have really
Okay,
no
so
clue.
maybe in future, next time I can talk with him in Italian language. That would be fantastic. So, how is the situation now in because every part in Europe situation is really terrible and very panic. So
Mm.
maybe in this period in Italy, we are overcoming our company, our factories slowly, slowly we're opening. So just we start to see some sunshine outside. So how is the situation in your city and especially in big cities? So people, how they are feeling, or still they are very they feel fear to go outside or afraid to go outside.
Well, you know what, like here is happening that people are really behaving responsibly, and also the government advises if you don't need it, you please don't go out, stay at home. And I think and keep social distance. So people are keeping social distance while they are meeting their friends. So say for example, like if we go somewhere, we last week we went to meet our I mean my parents-in-law, and we just sat in their garden. We didn't went enter in their house because yeah, we didn't enter their house because it's like a yeah, they are not allowing kind of, and we are also not feeling comfortable. So everyone is feeling uh, yeah, everyone is still meeting people. You can see people are working out outside, people are having their kind of sort of normal life, but it's still not busy, and everybody behaving well.
Okay,
So
so this is
yeah.
really fantastic to know people are very conscious and they're respecting instruction of information of countries. That is really beautiful to hear from you. We should do this because Corona is terrible. He's a killer. So we can do only respect all these instructions. Stay home, save at
Mm.
first ourselves and our family and our population. That is only one choice we have. So, how is the situation of Bangladeshis in Holland? How they are behaving? And because in Italy, Bangladeshi people did really fantastic. They respect all the government instruction. They stayed in
Mm.
home. Also, still they are working, but they are respecting with mask, going outside with gloves. And really, I'm proud to be a Bangladeshi in Italy. In Italy, more than 2 lakhs Bangladeshi are living, and they are really did very well in this period.
Mm.
How is the situation, and how many Bangladeshi lives in Holland?
Well, there is not so many dishes living here. Especially, I think there are 2,000, around 2,000 people, and even all of them are scattered, not in an like a one place or something. So yeah, most of them are scattered and are living in a far away. So we even don't know, like yeah, like a 2,000 and 2,000 people are living here. And so far I have heard from the embassy like people are doing well. We haven't heard any sickness from corona among our Bangladeshi people, but there are there are some cases like many peoples like 8 or 7 or 10 peoples were coming to join here for some conferences and um, some conference meeting like this, and they got stuck. They couldn't really now they're stuck in here, and they cannot move from here as there is no flight. So they're facing some problem. And in the on the other hand, there are some students who has they're studying and partly having job like a side job. They are also facing problem as all the restaurants and horeca
Are
everything's are
closed.
yeah. So
Also,
yeah, but
also in, also in Italy, it closed. So still they can open, but you can't eat inside. You take, you like a, you order, you take, and you bring it in your home
mm,
like that. So I think we should do. We have start to control this situation. So we must be more careful about it. That is fantastic. So have you been in Italy? Or never been in Italy?
I don't know.
Really?
I have. Yeah.
How
Yeah.
many times have you visited?
No, one time, only one.
Okay.
Yeah.
In which especially which thing do you like? Which city you visited?
Well, everything I liked there. Everything. The liveness, the people are so much charmful. Like there is like a liveliness. Yeah. This liveliness I like. Yeah.
Thank you. Again, Italian people, we are very easy. We are very friendly. You know,
No,
Italian.
I agree with you. Sorry. No. The street culture are really lively, but this Italian people, so far we experienced with, was not so nice because when we were speaking in English, they're kind of like they are not answering.
Stranger.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
answering us.
that is
They're
true.
not,
That is true. That is true.
yeah.
You know why? Because our except our few young generation, our my generation and our old generation can't speak English because Italy is one of the biggest country in Europe. Is I'm really sad because when I'm not able to communicate English like French, Holland, or Germany, Portugal, or Greece. They can because our education system is completely different. That's why our kids and still people are in our age, we are not able to speak English like your country. So we have to say sorry. We are not. That's why when any tourist come in Italy, not important you come from Holland or America or England. For us, strange. That is a big. I know it is a big problem.
Yeah.
So do you like? I'm sure you do like Italian food. Which one is your favorite food?
Pizza, definitely. Definitely pizza. Lots of different kinds of different really sorts of cheese, especially like the blue cheese pizza. It's awesome. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
We have a culture. We have a this pizza culture, or every part of the Italy. If you go, you can eat special pizza. Especially if you go when you have time, you come with your husband to visit Naples, south part of Italy. So that is the main place of Italy. They invented how to create
Okay.
pizza. So
Mm.
when you which one you eat, Milan or Rome or another place, if you go Naples, that is
Mm.
completely different taste and incredible. I can't explain you. You only can taste. That is
Okay.
the story of Italy.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think? Bangladeshi people, because I told you in Italy, lots of Bangladeshi people are living here, and still we are not integrate with Italian culture. We feel some distance between Italian culture and Bangladeshi culture. So how is the situation? Bangladeshi are living in Holland. How they feel? They feel they try to transform as a Holland, or still they keep a distance with Bangladeshi culture and Holland culture. What do you feel?
Well, there is a difference of people here. I mean, most of the people who are coming from Bangladesh now, the new generation, they are like a knowledge migrant. So
Okay.
they are like a highly skilled knowledge migrant. So they are belongs already. They belong to kind of sort of like a sort of Western culture already in when they were in Bangladesh. So they're now I think combining it. They're not like feeling them isolated totally. Also,
Mm.
as well as like they're not like a to be a really an act as a Dutch. But there is some people also. Um, yeah, there is some people like who also um, already feel themselves uh, yeah as a like a real Dutch, so which is nice, which is really nice part of their integration. So they're they're not totally doesn't really want to mix up with the other Bangladeshis, and want to be like among with the surroundings with the Dutch people. But there is also other sorts who are not really contributing at all with the Dutch culture. So, but the numbers of people who are not willing to integrate themselves, they're really very low. Yeah, it's not. It's especially
Important.
mix.
So
We're
no, it's the same thing as Italy because also I work with few Italian organization, some international organization. Our specialty thing is it's normal we come from our country to express our quality, increase our income, and we help our countries, our families. That's why we leave our country and immigrant another country. It's normal, it's true. But
yeah,
if I stay in Italy or Holland or whatever, any countries, at first I have to learn their culture. Just try to
exactly,
love your food, try to
exactly.
love your attitude, and try to not important how much money I'm incoming every month. Important how I can contribute my good thing, good qualities from Bangladesh I bring in Italy or Holland, and I communicate. I can mix my qualities with them. So also Italy and Holland people can know lots of. I know that I don't want to say I can show them every good things. I can show them real things. What is the good situation and what is the bad situation. So
Exactly.
every
Yeah,
country has lots of things good and bad. So if
yeah,
we try to just contribute with few things, so slowly, I think patriotism will increase. Otherwise,
exactly.
we can't, especially for our next generation, for our kids, or son, daughter, when we will mix with colors, white, black, red, that is a real, that is a real world. And racism and integration, everything I do. If I start to love Italian pizza, it's a symbol of a love. If I love to dress like Italian, also Italian will dress with Bangladeshis, Bangladeshis will love to attitude with a Deutsch and Spanish. That is a real mixing. For me, that is a real integration. Not important how much money I'm earning, how much money I'm sending, that is a different. Money is important to live. But at first, I think also you're agree with me, humanity. We have to learn to be a good human. That is a very important, I think. So,
Absolutely.
do you have idea some lifestyle of Italy, Italian fashion, Italian? Do you? I think you know. So, Italian lifestyle and Holland lifestyle. Do you think lots of different?
Definitely. Lots of. I mean, I don't know as much as you know, but I can feel it and see it. So, for example, I think Italian people would like to show off, or like a bit like a yeah, would like to have a really car, house, lots of furniture, like a good interior decoration, or something like it, like have a lots of high
Lots
standard of
of
life.
shopping, also lots of shopping.
Exactly, but in Holland there is a difference. Like in Holland, people are really would like to show themselves they're down to the earth, and if you are like even showing off, then other people will not like it. People will see you as you are like a stubborn, or you are like a spoiled kids, or you are like a spoiled family. So here people doesn't really like to show up. Here, if you go to a Dutch family, you will hardly see any furniture which is not necessary. I mean, they are keeping in their house only the furnitures that they will use. So yeah, and even though the politicians you hear, prime minister are going by bicycle to office, and all the ministers, MP, member of parliament, I'm saying, talking about make people if they don't necessary to use the car, they are not using the car. So, but it is like kind of, I think, not really imaginable in Italy. I don't know. I think it's my feelings.
Different type of life. Especially if I talk about fashion, Italy is a fashion country from 1880s. So Italian, Giorgio Armani and Versace and lots of companies,
Yeah.
they started first state fashion for whole world. So Italy is I can tell you it is a fashion country. It's not only girls, also guys are very conscious about fashion for spa, for journey, for cars, for dresses, and Italian interior design, bathroom fittings, and that type of business is number one in the world. So that's why maybe every country has a different lifestyle. They have different culture. So this is a different. This is a different. So that is a so so what do you think, especially for if you are Bangladeshi? So I would like to tell you. So Bangladeshi people, uh, this is the right time to come in Holland, or it's better to stay because lots of people are coming in Italy. Some people are going not for study to live whole life. So this is the right time to come in your country if any people, any Bangladeshi likes to immigrant in your country.
Um, so like Holland taking immigration at all because they have enough, and yeah, they are accepting students. Still, I would
Hmm?
say that students, they should not like move right now because what they will gonna do? I mean, the first of all the flights are like not in service, and then they will get trouble to get their visa, and if they can manage to come here, all the universities schools are closed, and I don't know when they will be open till September, I know. uh, so yeah, they should not come, and the students only mix. Yeah, I think many of our students who are coming from like a Bangladesh, they have a like also like a plan to like have something uh, beside their study as well, right? Otherwise it's too boring if they even they are solvent or whatever. But still, if it is boring, I mean, all time studying and sitting at home, so they should work. And if they cannot find work right now because everything's are closed, then I think it's not a good idea to come, and they will not see the real culture in Holland. They will be easily bored. So I would say, I think wait a bit, at least 2020, at least wait till the end, and let's see what is going, what will coming up in 2020.
Exactly. What is happening on what will happen next few months, only God knows situation, how
Yeah,
will turn. So,
yeah,
I never been in Holland. Lot of times I wanted to visit with my wife. She visited, she told me everybody knows Holland, one of the beautiful country in the world. So still now I didn't uh, have this opportunity, the possibility to visit in a
yeah,
country. So I wish God help us to remove as soon as possible this situation, then I can visit. So next year, I'm sure I come to visit in your country. So lots of comments we are getting. So later I'll answer them. They appreciate you are come online with me and you are sharing a lot of lovely things. And
yeah.
sometimes
Thank
our followers saying we have a good group, beautiful group. It's great, especially Bangladeshi group. This group name is Voice Bangla Italy. They are asking me when you have time, please come in your group and talk in Bangla because they love to talk with different type people from different countries. You are politician or you are doctor, you are a businessman. So we just do a adda between us, talk about so our people can know what you are doing in Holland, how do you lifestyle, what you eat, how is your friends, and how is the behavior of Dutch people. So I invite you in behalf of them when you have time, please come for 30 minutes in our group. Our
Yeah,
follower will have to chat with you.
definitely. I would love.
Okay. So thank
Yeah.
you very much
Thank you
to
very
being here, and it was a great experience. You told me lots of things about your lifestyle and
much.
especially what the real situation of COVID-19. So it was a lovely talk and lovely fun. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
really.
you, and I wish wish you a happy weekend, and as soon as possible, I come to visit Holland, you and your beautiful husband.
Always welcome, and thank you for inviting me to join with you. And thank you all who are watching right now. And yeah, I wish you good health and all of you good health.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.
You too. Bye.